So back underway then for the DRS 100. If you're just tuning in and wondering where the DRS 62 went, well, that race is going to follow this one. The DRS 100 will get things back underway. The penultimate race here at the Clay Pigeon circuit. And we will run through the running order for this race. Callum Gunning starting in first place. Samuel Cunliffe in second. Dylan Reid in third. Henry Graham in fourth, Thomas Harvey in fifth, Toby Baldry in sixth, Nicky Taylor in seventh, Justin Brewitt in eighth, George Whitehouse in ninth, with Joe Sheppy in 10th place. Elsewhere down the grid then, Ben Gartside starting in 11th with Dylan Brearley in 12th, William Vincent in 13th. In 14th it'll be Vijay Ramlal, 15th is Thomas Davison, in 16th Leon Frost, 17th is Charlie Humphreys, 18th is Alicia Palmowski, in 19th it is Lily Jeffs, and in 20th it is Daniel Holdsworth. 21st is Callum Lockett, 22nd is Brian Calder, 23rd Philip Spray, 24th Oscar Walmsley-Jones, 25th is Jack Rigg, and 26th. Rounding off the grid for the DRS 100s. So the cars slowing down and making their way then towards the start-finish straight. We are about to get back underway in terms of racing action here at the Clay Pigeon Circuit. The inaugural Daniel Ricciardo Series is drawing to a close. The first round. So it is Gunning versus Cunliffe in the race down to the first corner. We are underway in the DRS 100. And let's see if we can find out who it is still out in first. It is car number 2. Callum Gunning out in first place. He's managed to hold on to that first position. And we have a spin a little bit further back. Just trying to see which car that is. Whoever it is will get back underway. Car 125. So Alicia Palmowski will resume from the back of the grid. So Gunning in first, Cunliffe in second, Reid in third place with Graham in fourth. 12 minutes of DRS 100 Grand Prix action to bring you. And you can see there, Reid, I think, has slipped back a position and is trying to get that position back, all out of position at the moment. And up the inside, that looked like Harvey. So a bit of a reshuffle. No, Reid is still out ahead. So Harvey and Graham, perhaps, I think it is, having that little battle. Out in front then of that midfield pack. Harvey getting the jump on Graham. And off the track goes 116, Rigg. So Rigg will have to resume from the back of the pack. And here we resume then with our race leaders. Reid ahead of Harvey, who in turn is ahead of Graham. So leading the race, it is Gunning. And Brewitt looking to make a move around the outside of Baldry there. Not much in it between Gunning and Cunliffe. Harvey and Reid in with a close battle as well in the midfield pack. Graham, last year's champion, hanging in there too. So 3 laps complete of this DRS 100. And a good move round the outside there. Was it made to stick? I think it was. Was that Sheppy? Yes, it was. So Sheppy up a place. That there, though, is Dylan Reed, who we heard the thoughts of earlier, currently in 3rd place. Out in front, then, it is Callum Gunning, ahead of Samuel Cunliffe. Joe Sheppy looking to try and get the jump over Taylor. So 6 laps into this DRS 100 Grand Prix. And Gunning leads the way ahead of Cunliffe, but here is a nice battle then between Sheppy and Taylor, still going on. Less than 8 minutes remain. A quick time that by Taylor. So Gunning starting to open up a little bit of a gap over Cunliffe. So 7 minutes remain. Gunning has opened up a bit of a gap over Cunliffe. Reed holding on in 3rd place. Harvey in 4th and Graham in 5th. Harvey putting a little bit of pressure under Reed, who in himself is starting to catch Cunliffe, but that gap to Gunning is nearly up to a second now. So Gunning looking very good indeed in 1st place. There you can see that gap. Gunning kart number 2. Cunliffe is under a bit of pressure from Reed, who is under a lot of pressure from Harvey, with Graham sniffing around the back as well. So Graham was of course the champion last year. Gunning looking to go one better this year, finished 2nd last year, but is comfortably in the lead at the moment. And could we be about to see a move here from Reed? Reed all over the back, goes up the inside, but doesn't quite get close enough. And Cunliffe holds on to that 2nd place for now. Harvey also putting pressure on Reed. So Reed, whilst trying to push for 2nd place, has to be aware of the threat from behind, and in fact has got Harvey all over the back of him, and this has brought Graham into the picture as well. This all working very nicely for Gunning. So this is the battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. A big look over the shoulder there by Cunliffe. And again, round the outside goes Reed. Is he going to make it stick this time? Yes, he is. And also Harvey gets through, and also Graham gets through. So disaster there for Cunliffe, who was in 2nd place, has now dropped all the way to 5th. That's frustrating. Going to have to come back, and I think he's already passed Graham. It looks like he's already passed Graham, so back up to 4th place. Excellent move that from Reed. Yeah, so Cunliffe dropping from 2nd to 5th, then making up an extra position. But this is going to be a nice battle for 2nd between Reed and Harvey. I just love the way that Reed takes that corner, really power slides through. So we've got a few back markers to try and make the way past in this interesting battle for seconds. There went Reed, followed by Harvey. Cunliffe will be looking to come back. Baldry in 6th place. Oh, and there's a car gone off there. It looks like 103. Brian Calder. So Brian Calder has gone off the track. He's okay. He's, I think, going to have to retire the kart though. So Gunning comfortably in the lead, 2.7 seconds ahead. Cunliffe in 3rd place with Reid in 4th. So Reid has really slipped back there because Reid was running in 2nd place. So in the drama of that kart going off, Reid has gone from 2nd to 4th, a bit like what we saw with Cunliffe. I don't think the traffic has helped either. Baldry all over the back of Graham now. Baldry putting pressure on last year's champion. So Reid was running in 2nd place, Cunliffe was running in 2nd place, but it is now Thomas Harvey up into 2nd. So that there is Harvey, who has opened up a gap for 2nd place. So 1st and 2nd looking pretty comfortable as we head into the final 2 minutes. Cunliffe and Reid still battling for the final podium position. Graham in 5th with Baldry in 6th, Sheppy in 7th, Taylor in 8th, Brewitt in 9th and Gartside in 10th, rounding up the top 10. We're inside the final 2 minutes. We'll have an extra lap at the end as well. Baldry chasing down Graham. So that there is Harvey, followed by Cunliffe and Reid. This is the battle for 3rd place. Reid still on the back of Cunliffe. This is where things could get interesting. Reid has already done a couple of overtakes this race. Is closing in then on Cunliffe. Has he got close enough? Not this time, but it is getting really close in this final battle for 3rd place. Samuel Cunliffe is hanging on at the moment, but Dylan Reid is all over the back of him. Dylan Reid was a race winner earlier on this weekend, but he wants to win the Grand Prix, as every driver does. Reid ducking and diving, trying to use every inch of track. He gets alongside Cunliffe, but Cunliffe closes the door once again. Dylan Reid is really keen for this final podium position, but Cunliffe is resisting at the moment. Dylan Reid goes around the outside, alongside Cunliffe, into the final corner. Doesn't quite get it done again, but a bit more track opens up. Reid up the inside, and Reid moves back up into 3rd place. Cunliffe down to 4th. Excellent driving that by Reid. He really is good at the overtaking and has moved himself back into the podium position, back into 3rd place. I have to say it would have been harsh on Reid to not finish in the top 3, but Cunliffe will think, well, there's so little of the race left, maybe he can make an attack back in the final stages. Into the last few seconds, once Gunning crosses the line, we could well be on the last lap. So drivers will complete this lap, and then we will get a last lap. So Gunning is absolutely on fire. Callum Gunning out in front. Harvey is comfortable in 2nd as well, but this battle for 3rd is not yet concluded. 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th is interesting. So any minute now, Callum Gunning will cross the start-finish line to begin the final lap. That there is Reid, and look, this is Harvey Graham going around the outside. Has he got the overtake done? No, he's not, but it's close. Graham looking to get past Cunliffe, who's dropped now from 3rd and is in trouble holding on to 4th. Just behind him, it is Baldry as well. I think Graham has got in front of Cunliffe. It looks like Graham has got in front of him. Not quite. So Cunliffe holds on to 4th place. This is the last lap. The winner, Callum Gunning of the DRS 100 Grand Prix. 2nd place is Harvey. 3rd place, Reed. 4th place was indeed Cunliffe. 5th place is Graham. 6th place, Baldry. 7th place, Sheppy. 8th place, Taylor. 9th place, Breward. And 10th place was Gartside. Goodness me, that was an intense final lap, wasn't it? But congratulations to Callum Gunning. He is a DRS 100 Grand Prix Clay Pigeon Circuit winner. So that then confirmation of the top 12, Callum Gunning winning the race comfortably in the end. Thomas Harvey fairly comfortable in 2nd place. Dylan Reed being made to work for that 3rd place finish. And Samuel Cunliffe being made to work for that 4th place finish. This is our penultimate race, but we still have the DRS 62 Grand Prix final to bring you in a few minutes' time. So stand by, folks. Still plenty more karting action to bring you.